Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a really quick tutorial on this really stylish updo. It's kind of like a remix of some things that I've seen and wanted to play around with. So the first things first is that I'm going to part my hair. So what I'm going to do is section off the front from the back. So I'm just creating 2 equal parts on both sides of my head. So once I have the part all straightened out, I'll then take the back section and clip it away. So working with the front section, you want to make sure you are working with thoroughly detangled hair. So I'm just running my wide tooth comb through the front of my hair to make sure that my hair is thoroughly detangled. Next, I'm going to grab my rat tail comb, and now I'm going to begin parting for my braids. So I'm going to make a middle part. I want to braid in the center of my head, and so now I'm creating parts to find the ideal center of my face. And so once I have the part all prepared, I'll then twist that and move it out of the way. Now I'm parting the sides, and so the idea is to have 2 side braids and then 1 middle cornrow. Taking the side section and splitting it in the ideal place of where I want my braid to be. And so ideally I want the braid to lie at the tops of my temples, like at the very corner of my head. And so once I have one side squared away, I'll then move on to the other side and repeat the same process. So once I'm all done, I'll take the hair and clip it back. And so now you should have 3 parts, 2 on the sides and then 1 in the center. And so now, before I begin braiding, I'm just taking some edge control to kind of smooth out my hairs near the parts that I'm not going to be braiding. So smoothing down the other parts of my hair helps with flyaways and helps me when I'm braiding to not pick up any additional hair. So because my hair on the sides of my head are really thin, instead of doing the braid with just my hair only, I'm adding just some Marley hair to make the braid a bit thicker to avoid just any tangles when I'm removing the braid. So I hope you guys know how to cornrow. If not, I can definitely do a separate video on how to do this, but I'm just cornrowing that part that we made earlier into a small cornrow with some Marley hair. And then once this braid is all done, I'll move on to the other side and repeat the same process. I'm adding some more edge control, again, to help with flyaways and to help me not pick up any additional hair that I don't need to pick up. Grabbing my Marley hair, I begin with the cornrow. If you are not a braider, then this, I can imagine, be very difficult for you to follow. You know, you can always do a flat twist instead of doing a cornrow. Cornrow for me is just a lot easier than flat twisting, so that's why I did this method. All right, so once I have those 2 side braids completed, now I'm making way for my middle braid. So applying a little bit of edge control again, and then I begin to cornrow. One of the techniques I have learned about cornrowing is that you kind of, for me, I do braid a little slow. And I do that because sometimes depending on the angle of your hands, the braid can come out a bit too loose. You want to make sure that you are taking your time to install the braid so that it looks not necessarily tight to the scalp, but that it is secure and it is not a loose braid. So we don't want, we don't want you to lose your edges or anything, but So I actually did this off camera. I had a bit of a problem trying to decide what these 2 larger sections would be. But instead of doing a traditional braid that I've seen, I've done 2 flat twists. So I'm taking some Marley hair, and I'm actually going to be doing a feed-in method with my flat twist. So I'm starting off the larger section with flat twisting with 2 very small parts. Like I'm taking 2 very small strands of my hair and just flat twisting it with just my hair. Then I'm going to take some Marley hair, and then I'm going to take 1 strand of the Marley hair into like my pointer finger and continue flat twisting and clip away the rest of it. So this way, because again, flat twisting is a bit difficult for me, at this angle in particular, because I can flat twist downward, but going back like a cornrow is quite difficult. And so I clip it away to make it a bit easier to not get it mixed in when it's not supposed to. And then after about flat twisting maybe 2 or 3 times, then I grab that additional hair that I left out and I incorporated that into the flat twist. And so I'm just repeating the same process. As I'm flat twisting about 2 or 3 more times, I'll then take some Marley hair and feed it in. And I just continue that same process all the way through. When I tried to cornrow the section, it was just not working, y'all. Like, I was struggling, and everything that I did, it looks a lot easier than than what it actually is. So this is the final product. This is what it looks like. So now I'm gonna undo the sides. I'm gonna unloosen those large braids and moisturize my hair. And again, because I am gonna put my hair into a bun, I wanna make sure my hair is sleek as possible. I'm detangling my hair very thoroughly. And then I'm actually gonna use this Equal Style of Gold Gel. I've used it a few times, and what I do like about this gel is that it doesn't dry my hair out, which is why I'm using it on the sides of my hair, because I want that, I want a slick down look without my hair being dried out. So I'm just taking my brush and I'm smoothing down the sides of my hair to prepare putting my hair into a ponytail. Once I've got it to my satisfaction, then I'll collect or gather all of my hair to like the center top of my head. You can do it wherever you like. You can do it high, you can do it low. And then I'm actually taking a knee high and wrapping it around my ponytail, because it's actually a lot easier for me to use a knee high. So next step you're gonna need is a couple of bobby pins. So what I'm doing, because it is a flat twist, I'm twisting the end of the flat twist to make sure that it lays down flat and it's not bumpy. So I'm rolling it in between my fingers and then I'm pinning it down with the bobby pin. All right, and then once I have that completed, I'll gather the rest of the braids in a twist and with the rest of my ponytail. I did this separately, one, because I didn't want the extra tension pulling at my hairline if I did it in one single ponytail, so that's why I did 2 separate ponytails. So now that I have my hair into a ponytail, I'm gonna take the ends of my hair and make 3 large braids. The braids don't have to be perfect, they just have to be, secured down, because I'm gonna use my hair to make a bun before I create my larger bun. So I'm not doing a bun with my actual hair. So what I'm doing now is just taking those braids and wrapping them around each other to make a bun, and then pinning my hair down. Smoothing down my hair, my edges, because they get a little frazzled. So now I'm gonna take my Marley hair. So this is about half a pack of Marley hair. I didn't use the entire thing. So I took a regular scrunchie that I had and wrapped it around the Marley hair and kind of interlocked it into the Marley hair. And now I'm gonna take the ponytail and wrap it around my bun. So now you can kind of wrap the Marley hair any which way you like, or whichever way you prefer. I'm just kind of like, eyeballing it, kind of wrapping the Marley hair around my bun to cover my hair so that my actual hair doesn't appear or peek through. So once I have it to my liking, then I'll take a bobby pin and secure it in place. And so now what I'm doing is actually adding some edge control, because I want to create this slick down edge look with the comb, and I realized that it doesn't work really well with gel, and so it works best with like an edge control that's like a pomade. And so once I have that all slicked down, I'll then take my scarf, because I'm actually going to sleep on this for the night and let it my hair dry, and then take it down in the morning. This is the next day, and this is when my hair looks straight out of the bonnet. But I just wanted to, you can leave your hair like this, but I actually wanted to add some jewelry. I got this hair jewelry from my local beauty supply store that I'm adding to my braids. And this is the final look, y'all. Good mixture of being like soft and a bit edgy. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. So if you have any questions about the style, leave those questions down below in the comment section. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button now and hit that bell so that you are getting the notifications when I am posting. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.